So we have another example of a device that you can get where you don't have to spend so much money. I'm talking £1,000 plus to get three key things. I'm talking performance, I'm talking camera quality, and premium design. When we talk about premium design, this is co-engineered with Pininfarina. And if you don't know who these guys are, they're just full of amazing design culture when it comes to that Italian heritage and fast cars. We're talking Ferrari and so on. So they've co-engineered and worked with them to design this. And there's some design cues here and there where you see where that shines through. For example, if you look on the left side, there's this Pininfarina logo that's just nicely embossed into the chassis, this metal chassis. It looks really cool and premium. And there's a dedicated button on there as well, which you can assign to different things. I've assigned this to the health system on here, which I'll talk about shortly as well. And then on the back, we have your camera array and this active matrix display, which has an option to turn it on and off. You can play games on there. You can set the time, updates, and so on, and charging status. And below that, there's a tail light system that you can also switch on as well, which it's a reminiscent design of what you get on the tail light of supercars, for example. So those are the areas where you see Pininfarina all over this thing. That side, they've also worked with JBL to give you a really good sound system. So if you look up top, we have the IR blaster, the speaker grills there, and the bottom as well. There's another speaker grill, USB-C port, SIM card tray, but you do get that JBL sound system, 360 audio, which means you get really good sound system on here, which is one of the best I've tested, bar the one from Poco, which I think is F8 Ultra, which gives you both speakers. It's basically a Bluetooth speaker in your hand wherever you go. So this is really good as well. And then on the right side, we get the power button, we get the volume rocker. And then there's a glass button here, which is used for the health application, which means you can do things like monitor your heart rate, your heart rate variability. You can monitor your blood oxygen level, for example, and stress level just by placing your thumb on that for about 30 seconds or so. It measures it. So that's another addition of things you can have on here, which you don't really get on some devices that cost £1,000 or more on the market today. Elsewhere, we get the camera on the back, which is a 200 megapixel main camera. Really good stuff from there. We'll talk about that in terms of the result you get in a second. And then there's also 50 megapixel periscope lens and an 8 megapixel ultra wide, which I know 8 megapixel ultra wide. I don't even know why that's there. They might as well have ditched it completely because the quality you get from that is not the best in low light. For example, on the front is a 32 megapixel front-facing camera, which is a decent shooter as well. You can shoot 4K 30 frames per second on this thing. So really good stuff when it comes to content creation. It's good as well. Again, without spending £1,000 or more, you're getting some really cool stuff on it. In terms of the processing power, this has a MediaTek 8400 Ultimate 5G processor in it. Now, it doesn't stack up very highly against the likes of Snapdragon processors. So when you look at the benchmarking scores, for example, on single core and multi-core, you don't really get the same level of performance that you get on the likes of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, 8 Elite Gen 5, you know what I'm saying? So that's something to bear in mind. But in the real world, though, this is fully capable of doing things like playing Call of Duty, watching your movies, and stuff like that, doing all the graphic stuff that you normally do on your phone. There's no problem. It stays cool under pressure as well. It's got this ice cold cooler system or something like that, which means things remain cool. One thing I forgot to mention is during the unboxing experience, you will notice that you get some really cool stuff in the box. For example, the packaging itself, and also you get this big size wireless charging mapped, which is a car with this Kevlar sort of finishing. And you see that on the phone as well. It's got this like carbon fiber sort of finishing on the actual device as well to give it that premium look and effect, which is good. This is IP64 rated. Again, not the highest out there when it comes to water and dust resistance. Some devices today have IP68, IP69, IP69 plus, but this is still kind of in the past with IP64. Battery, this is 7,000 milliamp hour battery, which is huge. It's silicon carbon battery, which some manufacturers are still kind of shying away from using at the moment. But again, going back to that statement I said at the start, it means you will get a phone that's still not that thick or big, while still getting a really big battery in 7,000 milliamp hour battery. It lasts more than a day. You have 100 watt fast charging wired and 50 watts fast charging wireless charging is available as well. So again, some of these specs you don't get on more expensive devices that cost £1,000 or more on the market today. For the display, it's 1.5K and you also get 144 Hz refresh. So you gamers out there, you will enjoy that. And also scrolling in general feels nice and fluid. Let's talk about the software as well. Nice and easy to use, very straightforward. Some customization options are there as well. You got that matrix, active matrix display on the back. There's also global satellite connectivity on here, which is incredible. You might need to get SIM card that works with the global provider for this, for the satellite connectivity, but it just means that's another extra feature that you get in just as standard on the device, which is good. There's 3 years OS updates and 5 years security updates that's going to be available to this. So again, longevity has been taken into account. So that's no problem. That's not a problem at all. But the display looks really sharp. 4,000 plus of 4,500, I think, of nits peak brightness. So using this outdoors or whatever, you are good to go. No problems at all. Really good resolution. It's sharp. Good contrast levels as well. Really good stuff. Let's go back to the camera, because that's where you start to notice some compromise. That's where the kicker is. When you've got a really good lighting condition, even grey London, you still get some really good shots on the 1X on the main camera, no issues at all. Where you start to notice some compromise is low light situation. The quality isn't quite there, and also some processing issues here and there. It doesn't quite come out the way I want it to come out. And also, the ultra wide angle camera doesn't give you good level of detail, even worse in low light situation. Then you have the zoom capability. Yes, you got a really good 50 megapixel periscope zooming capabilities, but once you start shooting past 200 mil, the quality isn't just quite there yet, in my opinion. When shooting videos, you also notice some flare, especially when you have bright sunlight situations like that in Spain, for example. When you start moving around, you see the light flare just hitting that single sheet of glass that the designer put on here on the back. It starts to hit the lens, and you just see that flare going on, and it can be annoying and can positively ruin your footage if that's something that you really care about. So do bear that in mind. In terms of shooting skin reproduction, in terms of color and texture, you will also notice that sometimes it smooths things out too much, over smoothing, if that's a word. And also, if you punch in, you start to notice the over sharpening. But all that aside, you're still paying just over $700 for this phone, and you still get decent camera quality that you can actually share online, or whatever you do with your content or footage, you can still use them. They're still fine. It's just worth pointing out in terms of where the compromises, you start to notice them for the price points. But generally though, in terms of how premium this is, it ticks so many boxes. It's very premium. It's got nice heft to it as well. It comes with screen protector, a glass screen protector in the packaging, ready to go to install. Decent camera quality, software is decent as well, and good level of storage. 256 gigabytes of storage. You have 12 gigabytes of RAM, which you can expand in the settings as well. So all-rounder, really good device. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you have any questions, drop them there as well. I do my best to answer, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.